Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Addie and today we are back with another build. Today we are building this unit. So we've been doing kind of like a series, I guess, of 5 townhouses, and we've already done these 3, and I actually recorded an entire video doing this one already. And then I was doing the backyard and the game froze. And then the game crashed, and now we have this. So that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to set this to 45,000 simoleons and redo it. I ended up yeah, I don't actually remember what what I decided to do for the build, so we're gonna have to... What did it put in my inventory? Well, that's ridiculous. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we can do like this guy. Oh, and then I want that so it doesn't look weird. This I'm thinking, I don't actually know. I guess this will have to be like the kitchen, well, a small bathroom, and then this will be like the living room, I guess. And then up here we'll kind of... I really don't think that I like the stair placement, but I don't know. I suppose we could just make the landing, like this bit, really skinny. And I suppose if any room's gonna have like a bump out, it should probably be the smaller of the 2 rooms. Yeah, probably better that way. And I did wanna... Sorry, my voice is like first thing in the morning. What time is it? It is 7:38 where I am right now when I'm recording this, and so my voice is like not woken up yet. But I did want to kind of address something. So my last video I posted, I put in the description, I put, who is this? Okay, so we're building it for this guy. So we're kind of gonna lean into, or maybe it's her. Hold on. Is she the one? She's creative. Is she the one that we're building for? No, she's in this house. Okay, so it is, yeah, that's good. Okay. For a minute there, I started questioning my own understanding of life. So I put in the description last video that I have been considering also streaming on Twitch, and I didn't put also. I just put streaming. So I want to clarify that I would be doing videos and streaming. But this is very much like a Sims kind of channel, and I really like it for that. Like, this is where I kind of play my little games and do my little stuff, you know. And I have been wanting to play like other games, but I don't really have friends that like the same kind of games that I like. I have one friend that plays Legend of Zelda. And I have had previous friends that have also played Legend of Zelda. But I don't currently have anyone that like I would want to play that with, for example. Granted, I could play it with my other friend. Like, we are still currently friends. But I don't know, it's just like it's different to play it with a friend versus play it like with with like other people, you know? Not to say that like you couldn't be friends with someone on the internet, but it's definitely more of like a parasocial relationship rather than like a mutual friendship. We're going with like a pink kind of vibe in here. I feel like he would do like gray and pink. You know what I mean? Maybe just this wall, actually. This is not what it looked like originally, but that's okay. So yeah, it would be both, not one or the other. Just in case there was questions about that. Okay, let's get this in here. Oh, maybe this wall should also be because I'm thinking the kitchen could go like right in here. Well, we have no windows in this space, so I'm working exclusively in the dark. I don't know why I do that. Like, objectively, it is not even like that hard to just put lights in, for example, but for some reason I'm over here like, nah, lights are last. Like, it's not even like what's realistic. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, but here I am doing it. I think I'm gonna get rid of this door, and I think that I am going to use this one. Should I make the windows the same height as the door? Probably. I feel like somebody would probably be really annoyed by that if I didn't have them the same height. And then I think I want to put like this guy right there. I feel like he is very like studious, but not necessarily studious in that he's probably like neurodivergent. So he's like very dedicated to the one thing that he wants, the one thing that he likes, and that's it. We're gonna do study in here. I feel like maybe he probably doesn't entertain. He probably just does his music in his study. Let's get some lights. Forgot where the lights were for a second there. That's hard. I literally am on here at least twice a week. Which, news. I am thinking, well, I have to see how I'm feeling first. So I quit my second job, right? Good for me. I needed to do that. My body has been like, what are you doing for the past like 6 months? But I, because I've been working 2 jobs, I've only been doing like the bare minimum videos. So I only do 2 videos, and I quit that job. Like, I'm gonna have a lot more well, I will be quitting that job. I have a last day date. It doesn't get more serious than that. Anyway, so when that happens, I'm gonna be having more time. So I'm just trying to figure out like what I want to do with that extra time. Let's so when that happens, I'll take a couple weeks where I'm just like kind of coasting, because I have a couple of videos. Like, so I'm gonna be posting these guys out of order. I'm posting this one next, and then kind of, because I've still got to edit these, and this one, so I did these all at once, right? And I didn't realize that my mic wasn't working, so I was just like actually talking to no one for a minute. But so I've got to like actually fix that. So I'm gonna be posting this one first. But anyway, you get a sneak peek at like the other ones. But why is this so dark? One thing that I'll never understand about The Sims is when you put more than one window in a bedroom, like in a room, it makes the room so dark. And I don't understand why. So this guy, he's got like this pink kind of color scheme going on. So I'm thinking that we kind of lean into more of like a pastel kind of pink. Should we? I feel like we should probably. Let me switch that around. Oh, we don't need 2 doors there. Just the one. Thank you. We'll do that. So it's like a full wall of windows. I feel like that would be nice. Yeah, so just trying to figure out what I want to do with time, because I have been writing. I love to write, but it's also one of those things that's like, I don't really want to do it with other people, right? So let me get a square rug and then we'll get the circle rug. If you hear my cat, he's fine. He's been a very vocal little man because he's like, I learned something from my coworker the other day. Apparently cats mimic their owners. So if your cat screams a lot, it's probably because they think that you talk to yourself a lot, or just like talk a lot in general. And Atticus screams all the damn time, which makes sense, because he'll just go into the kitchen and start screaming. Like, no joke, he'll just go into the kitchen and start screaming. And I'm like, dude, what do you need? You have everything that your heart desires. You had breakfast, you have snack, you have water, you have all these things. And he's just still over here like, ah! And I'm like, dude, I don't know what you want. And he's just like still screaming. But apparently it's because I talk to myself a lot when I'm in the kitchen. He knows that when I'm talking to myself, I don't know how he knows this, but he knows that when I'm talking to myself at my desk, it's fine. But if I talk to myself in the kitchen, not fine. And so kind of like this black one, like the black seat. I don't know if he personally would use this, but I imagine he's got like a couple friends and they like have game days, you know? And in real life, you would do it down here, but that's not what it's not real life. So he just screams, but that makes sense because I do a lot of talking to myself in the kitchen while I'm like cooking. I do a lot of like deep conversations while I'm cooking. It's kind of funny. Yesterday, I got on like this whole big ass tangent for no reason about like why people are so dedicated on keeping Europe and Asia separate. When they're not. Like, they're not even on separate tectonic plates, and people are like, but they're two different. No, they're not. Okay, they are not. And that is a hill that I will die on. We don't have like a specific. I've been trying to lean into like one, really. Sorry, he's screaming again. Like one specific bill, like pack. And I haven't been doing that here. Well, we can keep the bookshelves. Let's see. So I've been doing my favorite expansion packs. So we've got Cats and Dogs, Seasons, University, Growing Together. Let's do Growing Together. So this will be Growing Together inspired. So we're going to spend a lot of our efforts choosing Growing Together things instead of... Oh, there's a purple bed. I don't like that purple, but... And Growing Together does have like cute pink stuff, so I think we can make that work. Anyway, yeah, so I got into quite the bit of a tangent with myself literally yesterday, about Europe and Asia being one continent instead of separate continents. But that's okay. Like, I think that we all have like that one random hill that we're willing to die on. If you don't, like, what might you have a hill to die on? Like of all the things that you have opinions about, what's the one thing that you're like, I am gonna not kill people, but like I will gladly debate Harvard about this. Because mine is that Europe and Asia are not actually two continents. Which is like a very niche opinion to have, but that's okay. So anyway, what does he look like? I don't actually know anything about this guy. Okay, so he has like a blue shirt. He's an elder. Okay. He's like kind of serious. I did give them all makeovers, but I don't think I've done anything with that yet. Okay. I just feel like I was gonna do this one, but I didn't want to do like, I don't know. He doesn't give Japanese. And this is Japanese, like this is very obviously Japanese, but that's okay. Like the vibes, right? Let's get some chairs. What are like good... Oh, we could do the pink chairs. We've been talking about pink. I feel like he doesn't wear pink, but I feel like his favorite color is pink. You know? My personal favorite color is purple. But I don't think that I wear... Well, I can't really count my work uniform because it's like a maroon kind of color, and I feel like that doesn't really count because that's a work uniform and I don't have control over that. But what if we did like a little faux garden up here? We had like a little... Is it really unhinged to just like layer it and not care? Probably, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. And then we can have like... If you hear playing, that's because they are playing. I don't know, I feel like having like a rocking chair on your patio. I have a rocking chair on my patio that I don't use. Well, I haven't used in a bit because I've been working too much, but anyway, it is so nice to like go out in like at like 7 a.m. And I've always been such a morning person, which in high school people were like, wow, we don't have like a normal toilet. In high school people were always like, oh, why are you like, how do you get up so early? How are you like awake this early in the morning? And then I'm like, well, I go to bed early. And then they like make fun of me for going to bed early. Like, pick a side, dude. If you're gonna be like, wow, it's so impressive that you can get up early, and then you ask somebody how they get up early and then they tell you, like, don't make fun of them. That's just weird. Anyway, so in high school it was like kind of a weird thing because people would make fun of me for getting up early, because to them going to bed late was the thing to do. But I've always been like a rise with the sun kind of person. So, which kind of sucks in the winter because then I'm over here at 4:30 and I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go to bed. I like want to go to bed right now. And I'm like just leaving work and it's 4:32 in the evening. This is also another thing. Do you guys class 4:30 as evening or as afternoon? Because I was out and I had it was just like an automatic timer kind of situation, but I was out and I saw a clock that said 4:30 late afternoon. And I was like, you class it as late afternoon? In my brain, I didn't say that out loud, but yeah, anyway. So is 4 afternoon or evening? Because to me, that's evening. Anyway, let's get some bookshelves. So there are these guys from Growing Together, and I actually really like these. I feel like they're kind of cool, you know, because they're like built-in bookshelves, but you can just place them down, especially if there's only 2 of them, and it doesn't look like you just copied and pasted the same item, because effectively you didn't. So I really like that. I really like this house. I don't remember what it looked like before. I'd have to pull up the video that is silent, but it's not even like I went to save. You too. Okay. I don't know if you can hear him. He's talking. You come here, Bubba. No? Okay. See, if I had my camera on, you could see him. I don't want to put my face on the internet at the moment, because so this is like a whole thing. So my friend has decided that she wants me to accompany her to a cosplay thing in September, right? And I usually get my hair done in February, but because we're going to this cosplay competition, because my hair color, it's gorgeous, okay? However, I don't like blonde hair on me, okay? However, we are going to this cosplay competition in September, and the character, which I'm not going to name, it has blonde hair that I am cosplaying as. And I don't want to spend $300 to get my hair done, like trimmed and all of that, when I'm just gonna have to do it again in 4 months, you know? Yeah, see, he knows. And so I'm just, yeah, so my hair is like kind of gross. And then also, I just don't really like how I look on camera. I always feel like my face just does not work with a camera. So if I were to stream, I probably would have a camera, but I'm not at the moment. So we're just sort of existing. I don't really have an issue with like the being on camera part. It's more of like, ooh, I look like that. It's like my average response to myself on camera, which is kind of a like a jarring sensation, you know, especially because like I normally have different hair color and stuff, and so I'm like letting my hair be blonde, and just like, I don't know. We have one that's Mount Komorebi, right? Yeah. Which again, he does not give Japanese, but we don't really have, he gives more Chinese, right? But the problem is that we don't really have Chinese representation in The Sims 4. We have Japanese, we have a little bit of Korean, but we don't really have Chinese. And so I've just got to work with what I got. Nobody likes the Japanese, but I know this solely because I have a character from a book that I will be writing at some point, who is Korean and Jewish. And so I was doing like research into like Korean clothes and food and like cultural stuff, because I can't say like, oh, she's Korean and then not make her Korean. But I learned a lot of stuff about like the variations between different cultures in East Asia and that sort of thing. Where should the TV go? I feel like right there. It's good. And then we do have, oh. Yeah, this is not like a limited pack build. So if you don't, I mean, if you don't have like a specific preference for like how it looks, then I suppose you probably could just download it with whatever packs that you have. And I'm sure that some of them would line up, but we have, I actually hate that chair. We do have a leather chair. I don't remember what pack it's from. Horse Ranch. We do this one. Oh, gross. Never mind. We'll do this one. We also don't have like a lot of Native American stuff. Or a lot of African representation either. I know that they did the African re-update. We got like this plant. Oops. We got like this plant, which actually is a very good plant. I might use that here. It's kind of small. It's good colors. I don't know if it necessarily fits this sim, but that's okay. But yeah, we just don't have like, it's very like European, American. It is, yeah. Okay. Oh, or should I name them Townhouses? Townhouses. Yeah, we don't have a lot of stuff in this game. Okay, so then we can get, we only have 17k left and I'm over here like, okay, so I'm thinking we'll get some sort of bookshelf over here. We've got a lot of bookshelves. Again, I feel like this sim is probably very studious in the things that he studies. And so we're kind of trying to lean into like the stereotypes of studious. And we know he likes music, so maybe we should give him like a thing. This, I would love to paint this in real life. That looks so cool. Granted, I would probably put like a line of floor under his feet, but I really like painting. It's good. Good thing. I actually have a canvas sitting behind me. I haven't touched it in a minute, but also my body was like, you get to not do anything right now. I will not be touching it until I'm done with my second job. Is it like really weird to have like this guy? I don't really understand how they chose how they chose where to bend the curves. Cause like for me, if I was doing this painting, you would keep the curve, you know? And then like this is fine. It's a little weird, but it's fine. But I don't know. Okay, let's get in here. And I feel like he would probably want like an all white kitchen, which I actually don't particularly enjoy, but we can do like pink appliances. They're different pink than the walls and the floor, but the budget, it's definitely more of like an arbitrary thing. It's more just to make sure that each unit is not like excessively expensive, rather than to actually like make this, you know, rather than to be like a limiting factor. Get a range hood. He probably does not have anything on his counters. He probably has... I always put... This stems from The Sims 3, but I always put burglar alarms outside because then the Sims are less likely to get into the house. He might have a microwave, or maybe he has like a coffee pot. We can put the coffee pot over there. And we can get a dishwasher. We'll get a trash can. This is also a very niche thing, but my favorite trash can in the game is the one from Get to Work. It's this one. Specifically in this color. I feel like this one is very realistic. I personally have round ones. They kind of look like this, except they're white. And instead of having like a... To me, this is like lined, like felt or something. Mine don't have that either. But okay, let's come outside. A lot of the time, the outside is way more of a struggle than the inside because I feel like not a lot of these Sims are like entertaining type people. And if you're gonna have a backyard, to me, you would want a backyard that's like for entertaining people. But we'll give him like a yoga mat. He seems like the kind of person that would want to do this sort of thing. And actually, I think that we did better with the budget this version than I did with the last time that I did this unit. I sort of went over quite a bit. And I just started like adding, like giving myself a little bit more for like outdoor stuff. Full of more pink ones. Place. Okay. And then we can, I never use the pink one. We can use the pink. He does need an outdoor trash can. What are like other things that people do outside? Like he's not much of a gardener. Maybe he has chickens. I had briefly considered it and then I was like, oh, we don't have money for chickens. But we have money in this version. Have chickens. Maybe he has chickens. We can have chickens. Maybe we give him a decoration box. And then we can just do like, I don't know, we could do like a table. Ooh, that's big boy. I don't know why I call inanimate objects like that. But okay. Again, I don't feel like this is the kind of person that's going to be doing a lot of entertaining and such, but we can sort of pretend, right? Like it's kind of like my great aunt doesn't do a lot of entertaining in her own home, but she does have like an outdoor table. And we used to play like card games and stuff out there. Okay. That's nice. I feel like that's like a good backyard. I'm not doing terrain paint yet. That's gonna be like it's gonna be like at the end of this guy. Oh, I didn't do this bathroom. You guys are probably like, what do you mean you have a lot of money? We'll just do like a toilet and a sink, that's fine. I feel like a toilet and a sink bathroom is very helpful, especially in The Sims. Granted, there was that glitch, which I haven't played since the update came out, like with my Sims, but reportedly they were supposed to fix it so that your Sims could take care of themselves while at work and school. And apparently we dry our hands with toilet paper in this house. Okay. I do still think that this is my favorite hand towel. Mostly just because I feel like most... I said most a lot. But mostly just because I think most people have that as their place to hang the towel. Let's get... What is it? I much prefer this one. Trying to use as much of the budget as possible, especially since like I haven't gone over, like I haven't added more money to the budget. It's always been 45k, but that's good. I think he wants to pee. I'm not sure why he's not just doing that. He's kind of a weird little dude, and he likes to enact his... So my dog tells me when she has to pee, right? And most of the time, if I tell her that I have to pee, it's because she's laying on my lap. And I'm like, okay, I have to get up and go to the bathroom. And, well, I don't say bathroom, I think potty. I have potty. And then she's like, oh, you have potty, okay. And so I think he just thinks that that's something that we do around here. But he's been doing that, like, for at least the past year and a half. Which is definitely an interesting thing. What? I'll do that. Okay. I feel like that's like a solid... I feel like that's a solid house. I do feel like this room is a little bit bland. Maybe we put the guitar over here. Do we have... What? Okay. We have like we could get like this guy. Change the color. The books from the base game or from... I guess it's not the base game. It's from Cottage Living. But we could do that. Like, he's got a lot of books around. Do we have any... We don't really have lights. We don't have plants that are under 50. Oh, I guess we do. We have this one. That's 45. This is my favorite plant. Okay. Oh, cool. I feel like that's a good house. And I feel like this room actually feels a little bit more finished now. In an ideal world, I would put probably like some stuff here, but I feel like that's not necessary. This felt necessary. Do we want anything? Is there anything like... Okay. Well, I think on... Oh, well, I guess I'll just show you kind of what we ended up doing. I guess on that note, I will end this video right here. Sorry it was kind of rambly. When I do these videos, I tend to sort of just like talk at you. But I hope that you don't mind. But yeah, I think on that note, we will end this video right here. If you liked it, if you would like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot. And I will see all of you next time. Bye now.